What's up guys, Ford here, back on Behind the Gloves with another YouTube video. Today we're doing a little bit of a discussion, talking about the one and only heavyweight division. There's a lot going on, and we saw at the weekend an absolute devastating knockout from Alexander Povetkin. A lot of people wrote him off because of his age, but the real boxing fans knew that he was coming with the heat. A beautiful jab, setting up that uppercut that completely just put Dillian Whyte out. It was really sad to see from a perspective when you think about it. Dillian's been literally fighting his whole career to get to a position where he's respected, to get to that like #1 position. He didn't have no sort of amateur crazy pedigree that would give him that pedestal to the top. He had to work his way through. He had that defeat against AJ earlier on in his career, and then ever since then he's taken tough opponents. Ever since, you know, you had the likes of Lucas Brown, Joseph Parker, former world champion, Derek Chisora twice. Like, he didn't have to take that second fight, but he did, and he waited 3 years at #1 position with the WBC and still didn't get a title shot. Mandatory, obviously, he earned against Oscar Rivas and still didn't get the shot. But what now? What happens now? He's been knocked out. He's lost another fight. It completely ruins the plans. What we knew was he was going to be called a mandatory in February. That was the date. So basically, whoever won at the Wilder Fury fight, which was proposed to take place in December, they were meant to fight. They were meant to agree a fight with Dillian Whyte in February. Now that's out the window because Dillian's lost. Dillian's going to go into an immediate rematch, which will take place possibly by the end of the year, but I don't know how Eddie's going to do this. I was thinking about this. Are they going to wait till we're going to get a full crowd back? Because let's be honest, we want to see that fight live. We don't want to watch it on the TV again. We want to be there all action. It's going to be a crazy atmosphere. So maybe they wait for that fight January, February of next year. They don't want to rush into another Povetkin fight. Dillian definitely does not want to lose again. So what happens now with Povetkin earning that position? WBC President Mauricio Suleiman basically said that he will become mandatory, but he won't be called mandatory. So they won't like order that fight in February like they would for Whyte. Instead, they're going to do that later on in the year, which could change. It might fall back into Dillian Whyte's hands, but Povetkin will be made mandatory if that fight doesn't happen by the towards the end of 2021. Now, this is the interesting bit. It pretty much clears up that February date. What we know with Tyson Fury is the Deontay Wilder fight day by day looks more and more unlikely. They were proposed to fight in December 19th, I think it was, in Las Vegas, but I don't know what's going on. We spoke to Frank Warren a few weeks ago. He said that they're not going to be waiting for Deontay Wilder, which I can understand. Tyson wants to keep active, especially after lockdown. Don't know what's going on with Deontay Wilder. So say Tyson takes on a fight, which actually, to be honest, it doesn't make sense. If he doesn't fight Wilder in December, surely you just want to hold it off and fight AJ in February, March, because that's the fight to be made. This is literally the most perfect time to make the undisputed fight. There's never been more of an accurate time. The only little road bump I think we've got is the AJ Pulev one. But should that fight be made for November, December of this year, there's literally no excuses for that super fight not to be made in March, especially if Fury doesn't fight Wilder. If that fight doesn't happen at some point early next year, when crowds are back in arenas, then will we ever see a massive undisputed fight? We'll probably see him doing exhibitions 35 years down the line. Like, can't be asked for that. Can we just get these fights made? But that is why I think if there's any other time to make it, it's gotta be right at that point, February 2021. You got to make that fight happen. There's no road bumps. The Dillian Whyte one was the biggest situation. Obviously, get whoever wins the Wilder Fury. You go into the AJ fight, that was the talks, but there was the Whyte situation, the cloud over there. Like, what's going to happen? They're going to have to fight Whyte. That is not there anymore. If you want to make the undisputed fight, promoters, managers, coaches, fighters, listen up. Make the fight happen. That's what the fans want to see, and that's what we want to cover. The biggest fight possibly in history, Joshua versus Fury. Could be. Definitely in the British boxing history, it definitely is the biggest in my opinion. But like I said, let's make this fight happen. What were your overall thoughts on Dillian Whyte's performance against Povetkin? He did put on a really good shift. It was unfortunate. It's heavyweight boxing. It happens. You get clipped with a shot, and you know it's over like that. It was the blink of an eye. He knocked him down twice in the fourth and in the fifth. It is what it is. But I'm sure we'll see Dillian back in no time, really. He's only had, almost 40 fights altogether, amateur and pro, and to say he's fighting these guys and doing good performances, I believe he'll be back and contending in the heavyweight division once again. Let me know what you guys think. When is this super fight going to happen? What's next for Dillian? And make sure to subscribe to catch all our latest content. I'll catch you guys on the next one.
Hey fight fans, it's Michelle Joy Phelps. If you haven't already subscribed to my YouTube channel, make sure you go ahead and do so by clicking this icon right here and hit the bell button so you can get notified every time we upload a new video. And we also have a free app available on iTunes and Google Play, so make sure you go and download that. Bye fight fans.